Checking inventory, huh?
Look at that, the housework.
So it runs through here and checks inventory?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that. Then restock, I guess. Put an order out to restock.
What happens when it comes to me?
Let's see.
Does it talk?
Yeah, but it has a face on it, a little eye or something. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, all right.
Shoot,
Yeah. And testing. All right, guys. Okay. So that was for my trip earlier today when I went to Lowe's, and I'm in Lowe's. I'm looking for some supplies for some things I have to do early in the morning, and I saw a robot taking inventory, and it had it had like a little glasses, and a smile, and like a screen. There was a screen in the front, and then it's scanning inventory. And I was talking about this a while ago, that I was reading that some companies are going to be getting robots like that, and then they can scan the inventory and then put an order in, because it can immediately kind of think about it with AI. It can see immediately what sells and what doesn't sell. And so in other words, you wouldn't do 20 boxes of something that you've had boxes for 6 months, let's say, or a year, and they haven't been moving. So I guess the AI can do that quick, right? Figure out, all right, well, we need to order more of these. These are sold. We just had a big batch of this, and now it's gone. So that's somebody's job, all right? So, and it's, not that it's not funny like that, but you get what I'm saying? I mean, that is what's happening. That's what's coming, and it's really just preparing for it. All right, so guys, today we're gonna explore the question. Now, if I have time, I'll get into this Dyson. There's some things I'm doing with this. If I have time, we'll explore what's happening with this, because someone may have a Dyson, who knows. And if you're watching this and you realize that, hey, listen, I have a Dyson, I really want to know, then just mention it in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to get to it. All right, so, other than that, I hope you guys had a great week. All right, just kind of give me a second while I set up. First things first. All right, gotta get my gloves. My Venom steel gloves. You can pick them up in the description. You gotta ask, right? All right. I have to thank, oh my gosh, there's a couple of people that has sent, whether it's a super chat or it's PayPal and stuff, or they went to the support page on our site to support what we're doing. And I just want to say thank you for everyone and who order parts through the website. It's been real cool, man. I've been doing, the shipping has been picking up. For some reason, you know what part sells the most on my site? Bissell tanks. I'm not sure why. I mean, I could imagine why, but yeah, Bissell tanks. They move like hotcakes. All right. So now let's do this. Now, the other day I was working on one of these. The problem was almost the same, except it wasn't coming through like this. The belt wasn't just like coming through. So I'm gonna do the overhead view is gonna be mainly overhead. All right, let me kind of shrink this down here. So the overhead view is gonna be mostly overhead, okay? So if anyone wants to see the overhead version of this, what you would do is go to my page, um, and look for the same title, but it just has overhead. Hey, do you fix vacuum? Yes, yes. Fishing with Nolan. I do fix vacuums. I fix vacuums. That's my day job. I own a shop, Monroe Vacuums, in Monroe, North Carolina. So, let me see if I can see these things better, because you know what? While I'm doing this, I really can't see comments too good. So let me shrink this page, and then maybe I can put the comments on this page over here. All right. So this way, if you do have something to say, I'll be able to see you. You know. Just give me a second. And there's a kind of a delay on these two, so let's keep that in mind, guys. That sometimes you may say something or text something, and I don't get to see it like 60 seconds later or something like that. So give me a moment. Okay, let's see what's up. All right. All right. Let me see. What do you call a rich? Okay. All right. Well, if you're gonna be trolling, man, we may not be able to hear more jokes, you know, but you can give some cool jokes. All right. Yeah, you know, yeah. Kind of keep it cool, man. Don't let me get striked up in this place. All right, help me out. All right, so let's get started. Let's get started. All right. Now, I've had some trolls the last couple of days, bro, and it was like, you know, I can appreciate I can appreciate your the enthusiasm and the talent that it would take to do stuff like that, because it is talented. You have to be a roaster, in a sense, but then you can get really like nasty, and then it becomes like, okay, dude, it's not even funny. I want to laugh. Come on, you know. If you're gonna troll, make me laugh, man. You know, just don't do that crap. You know. All right, so I'm gonna check this out. So I'm taking these things off. I kind of want to see what would have caused this, because this thing is ridiculous. What's gonna cause this to happen? Okay, and because it happens a lot. I see this on a lot of shark vacuums. And it's not, and I've got to figure it. I got to figure this shit out. So I'm curious now. Okay, now I'm curious. Okay, so, oh, come on. Ah, dude, are you serious? The screw went all the way down in there, man. Come on. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I won't be using you again. All right. Okay. Let's see what else we got. What else we got cooking? What else we got cooking? Okay, so here we go. All right, let's get this thing off. All right, I'm gonna get my little magnet. I always forget to do this, and it's a good habit to do it, but I always forget to do it. To have my magnet to keep my screws together. All right. Let me get all this stuff up and out. Then these are security screws. I did a show the other day, and I was looking for this thing like, oh my God, it was killing me. So I just ordered another set of torque screws. And the Sharks use a T20 for the most part. But don't be surprised if it's a T15 also. But they mostly has the security. The security is the security bit. All right, and let me see if there's a screw under this wheel. Okay, let's check it out. Can't hurt to check. You can always put it back. Let me see. I'm just gonna get a flat head. I was talking to my uncle yesterday about that. About how cats can't even joke properly anymore. And we used to have this guy that they call Flat Nose. And, well, it's because his nose was flat, right? So he just grew up. Nah, it didn't need one. He grew up, and that was his nickname. And but I remember the guys that hung out with our family that they would crack on you because that was part of being in the family. Like you know, they'll make jokes. You know, man, look away in his big head, his bald head. You know, they may they may start make some joke about my bald head, right? And but you were part of the family. That was just the clique. And I was thinking about my sales crew that we were with, and those guys were the same way. You know, always cracking, always having fun. Just and then they made it like you can't do that and it's bad. And it's like, wait a second, man. Come on, what are you people doing? This is what we do, man. This is part of being human and having fun and enjoying yourselves and laugh at yourself. And if you're so sensitive you can't laugh at yourself, man, you got some problems, man. Shouldn't be our problem. All right, so here we go. So look what I did. I took all the screws out. Now what I'm gonna do, there are two little tabs here. Okay, so I'm gonna try to take these two tabs out. And I know I've done this particular thing before, but I'm looking for something else. So if you've seen this before and like, damn, Wayne, you did the same video 2 months ago, I'm looking for something else, and I'm trying to answer a different question, okay? I don't have anything really small, so I don't recommend anyone using a blade on this. But you need something very thin to go between here, okay, to pop this out. All right? So I'm not recommending that you use a blade like I'm doing right now, okay? It's something thin, maybe a nail file, a metal nail file to do this, okay? All right. Okay. Now, so I'm gonna get my little flathead here, my favorite tool, because you need a flathead for almost anything. Flathead could come in handy for anything. So flathead has become my favorite tool. All these fancy new guys come in and try to take over flathead's prestige, but the flathead is still. Oh shit! What am I doing? I'm going a step ahead. Give me a second, guys. I went a step too far. I got to take the damn screws out of the sides. So I'm wondering. I'm like, damn, why is this thing so hard? Oh man, you guys didn't see me sweating there, right? I'm like, why is this thing so hard, man? What the hell? Oh shoot. All right, wait a second. Did I just switch up screws just now? What just happened to me? This is not going to happen to me again. I am not going through this again. I'm not going through this again. No, I'm not. So you better straighten up now, because this is not going to happen right now. This is not going to happen. Yes, it is. That's right. See that? See, you know how you talk to your problems? That's how you talk to your problems, man. You are not messing up my day right now. No, you not. You talk to your car like that? No, you're not. Nope, you're not shutting off. You're not shutting. What do you think you're doing? You think this is, man? I ain't playing around today. All right, here we go. Here we go. So now, what I'm gonna try to do is get onto here and just kind of move and clip it, move it out. You know, they're like snapped in. So just take your time. You don't have to rush it. Just slowly move under and then move over to the left and move over to the left some more until you get all the snaps out. Okay. There you go. I was kind of a little bit brutish on this one. Now remember that the belt is hugging this thing. So now you could remove this too. You could take this out first, okay? But a lot of times I don't need to. I just kind of move it like that. All right. So this is off. Look. This thing got burnt right through. Okay. This is a. Oh wow. Why can't I see the? I'm sorry. You're asking me what I'm fixing. Why can't I see it on the other screen? It's crazy. Hey, brother from India. Ah, man. Hey, I'm sorry, man. Giant, Giant. I'm sorry. I couldn't even see your comment, man. I'm fixing a shark. Sorry about that, man. I'm looking at the big screen because my, my eyes, and I thought it's not. Let me refresh or something, because I couldn't see your comment just now. So my apologies for delaying on you, buddy. All right, yeah. So it's a shark, and it was cutting through this thing, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, because a lot of people are running into this problem, and if we can figure out what's going on, maybe we can, you know, maybe I can help somebody figure this out. Anyway, or they may just watch this video and figure out how to change the belt, maybe if the belt broke. Okay, so it's a win-win either way. All right, so here we go. So, all right, so this is your micro switch here. Okay, so when you put on this head, right, fully, it pushes this back or something of that sort. Where's the other one? Right here. Sorry. And it triggers the switch that allows your belt to run. That means if this is not on, the belt's not going to turn. So that's what this little switch is here for. Okay, to give that. You know. Now, do you need it? I don't know, man. But it's there for that. All right. Okay. But and sometimes when you get these things, nice little additions. You know, these little things, which have nothing to do with the actual vacuuming of the system, would shut the whole system down sometimes. Something like a sensor that tells you, let's say, you know, if you picked up all the dirt, and if the sensor goes out, all of a sudden your motor is not turning on. And that's kind of my little pet peeves when they do these things, is it shouldn't mess with the function, the main function of the cleaner. All right, you just lost that ability. You can't detect. That's fine. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be, now I can't turn the damn thing on. And a lot of these kind of vacs like these, they have sensors like that. And I'm like, dude, okay, so my damn sensor or whatever, but damn, don't shut my whole machine off, man. Damn. Oh, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah, so that's what I'm fixing, all right, guys? I'm working on this. Not really fixing it. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Okay. I think I can already tell what's going on. How's that? I can already tell what the problem is, just looking at this. Okay? Now, I want you to think about it for a second. I'm going to put this belt on. And I'm going to see if somebody... Now, sometimes you can put the belt on without taking the two screws out of here. Okay? And other times you have to take those screws out. So let me see what time this is right now. Okay? Give me a second. Now, this belt is already going. So look how bad it is. So this would need another belt. Okay? See this? Yeah, this is, you know. But I'm not doing it for this reason. All right? Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get this belt on. Man. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I did that. I'm sorry I did that. Come on. Yeah, I'm sorry I did that, guys. That someone's trying to call me, and it's just messing up everything. All right, yeah. So now, in this case, look like I'm going to have to do that. So let me, I might as well do it because you probably need to see it anyway. So let me take the screws out of here. And what's going to happen is going to loosen this gear. Okay? All right? So I can now pop this out just like this. Okay? And then what you would do is then you would put your belt on. Okay? And then slide it back in. So you would put the belt on and then slide it back in. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do right now. And just make sure you slide it in so the screws line up. Like the part where the screws are supposed to, you know, the little circles where the screw is supposed to go. It just line up, so when you now put it back, you can just screw it right back in. Okay, so my screws are actually still in the holes, so I'm just gonna screw it in like this, and then screw it in like that. And sometimes, like I said, you can slide the belt on. All right, so now tell me if you guys can see what the problem is. Okay, okay, just look at it. Look at it for a second and meditate on it. Hey, what's up, Camila and Dari? What's up? Tell me what you think the problem is. Just kind of examine this. Okay, look at it. Oh, sorry. Look at it from all around. Okay, and then over here also. Why is this belt coming off of this thing? It'd be nice if someone had the answer. Let me just pause for a second and see if someone can tell me why they think the belt is doing that. Okay, no answer. All right. You guys are being shy. It's like either you guys are being shy, you're not there. You're not there, right? Okay, so this is what I think it is, honestly. And I think these guys are sharp enough. I think the engineers are sharp. I think anyone that can design anything as complex as a vacuum system that can do all these things and shut off is sharp. So I am not really insulting these guys. I'm just asking why. Why didn't you do it? All right. So this is why I'm asking. This is my why. Okay. Take a look. Look at this. Look at this wheel right here. Look at that wheel. Okay. Look at this gear right here. This gear wheel right here. Now I'm gonna put it this way so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at that. Okay. What that should have is a ridge big enough to keep that belt from slipping off. What it should have, guys, okay? What can I use to illustrate this? Let me see. Yes, this is a good illustration. This is a good, actually, you know what? This is a perfect illustration. Let me show you. What it has right now is this. Okay? This is what it has right now. This kind of difference. Okay? You see the flat surface here and a tiny little bump. Okay? A flat surface and a tiny bump. Okay? That's what it has. Take a look. A flat surface and a tiny bump. Tiny little bump. Okay? This way. A tiny little bump. Nothing, you know, tiny little bump. See that? And what it really needs is this. It needs a big bump. it needs a big bump. It needs a big bump. It needs a big barrier right there to keep that belt from sliding off. Now you tell me. Now listen, I got nothing against Shark. Shark sells a vacuum to local communities, but Shark warranty, you have to ship it back to them. Okay. Obviously, it's working. I don't know. It's working for them. I don't know if it's working for the people, because you can just walk right into a shop locally, okay, and say, hey, I want to get my my vacuum fixed. Shark warranties it, and all you have to do is submit it, and then they'll cover it, or whatever, right? Or they sign up. You have to sign up with Shark, and then you can be their warranty whatever guy locally in different areas around the country instead of having to ship it back. Now Bissell said, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to follow the same format, and no longer can you take your Bissell to a local store. You have to contact customer service and possibly ship it back or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm cool. You know, all right. I'm still here for the people who maybe are not on the warranty and will just bring their machine in because they need help, right? We're still here for those folks. But I don't know. These things don't seem customer driven. I could be, you know, I could just be imagining things, but it don't feel that way. So anyway, I just can't understand the guys who are brilliant enough to come up with these things, haven't figured out that this is probably the better way to go. So the belt, so you have less customer issues, which also, more customer service problem and warranty problems has a cost. It costs material, it costs time, handling, etc. to have to handle a lot of warranty issues. So you would want to lean that down to say, listen, let's have the least amount, unless your business model is they like it enough and they're able to use it long enough to maybe want to buy another version, if that's your business model. If you maybe that's what you're doing, right? As a company, I'm saying. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So either you're not being customer driven to satisfy your customer to the fullest extent, or your business model says this is what you're going to have to do to make more money, so that people keep coming back. I don't know, but that's what this would need. It would need a lip bigger than this to stop this belt from slipping off and cutting into the side of the damn machine where the people can't use it anymore. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And this thing has happened enough times where I would have figured someone would have got the hint and say, hey, maybe, what do you say, guys? I mean, you think we should make this bigger? There's got to be one guy in the boardroom, right? That's like, don't you guys think we should make this bigger? And everyone's just like, man, shut up. Shut up, Stan. Shut up, Stan. Shut up, man. Come on, man. Stan, know what the hell you talking about. Hey. There's got to be, man, because I would hate that. Anyway, I'm moving on to the Dyson. If you guys want to know more about messing with the shark heads, and there are two belts on this, by the way. There's one on this side. There's a motor over here. Okay, there's a little motor that sits right here. There's a circuit board. You could probably see a piece of it here. Okay. There's a circuit board that sits here. Okay. Sometimes that's the culprit. Most of the time, if you're not seeing light in your head, it means the electricity stopped on its way to the circuit board. So where would the electricity stop? Most likely the electricity would stop. Let me see if I can take this off. I figure while I'm at it, I'm already in here. Somebody can benefit from this before I go to the Dyson. So just give me a second. Let me see if I can help somebody. And if that's you, okay, let me do it this way. Do it away from your eyes. You don't want something clipping, and don't use a blade. Okay. All right. Don't use a blade. All right, here we go. So let me take this off. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get a flathead screwdriver onto this, guys and gals. All right, and everybody know what we mean, right? Guys and gals. Oh, did I not take the screw out, guys? I did it again. Why am I rushing? What the hell? Where am I going? Oh my God. I did it again. I didn't take the screw out on the side. I've got to, you know what? You know where I got to go? I'm making curry goat today. Curry lamb or something. But I'm making something. I'm making something. So that's probably where my brain is right now. I don't know if you guys cook, but that's what I'm hooking up today. Okay. And hey, don't hold it against me, vegans. Don't hold it against me, guys. I'm still a good guy. All right, here we go. Okay, so the side is off. So this is the other belt. Okay, this is the other belt right here. By the way, this is the other belt. This is the gear, and the brush motor would be right here. Okay, so back to what I was saying. If this light doesn't come on in any shark vacuum that you have, okay, is because the electricity stopped somewhere. Okay, so it could be, it could be the three prongs back here, but most of the time, it's this micro switch right here. Most of the time, it's this guy right there, or this guy right here. Most of the time. And if you guys want to get an overhead of this, like I said, you go to the channel, and it's going to say the same title, but at the end it'll have overhead, and you can get the overhead version of what we're doing right now. Okay, all right. So yeah. So the electricity went here, and if you notice, there are two wires that come out of this setup. All right. Let me see. Let me get a Phillip. There are two wires that come out of that, right? So the electricity is coming down through the wand into the back into this. Okay, if I actually take this off, you'll see the prongs. Watch. All right, take a look. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so 1, 2, and 3, black, yellow, and so the electricity is running down these wires here, and then it's making its way to this rocker switch. Now, what this switch is doing is when you put it in an upright position, okay, it shuts off the electricity. When you put it in the recline, it allows it to go through. Okay, got it? So that's what it's doing. So if you don't get the green light here, the most likely, okay, how's that? Most likely, the electricity stops somewhere. It could be also on the board, but most of the time, it's this thing right here. And this tiny little guy just needs to be replaced. This tiny little guy that you can get on Amazon is the problem most of the time. All right, this little guy, because if this doesn't get activated, the electricity doesn't flow through and do its job. Okay, is one of them. So this is what really happens. I honestly, you know what I thought? I thought it hit it first, but that's not the case. Let me show you. If I was to look underneath this board, you would see connections from 1, 2, and 3, and they would connect to this guy. They would connect to this guy. These 3 guys here, they're on like a date, right? With these two over here. Somebody's left out. But most likely it's these 2 though. Not this. This guy is probably just for the light or something. This yellow guy right here. Okay? But the power is coming from these 2, the black and the white. Okay? And then they travel over to this guy. You see that? And then the electricity is now deciding whether to stop or to go. Stop or go. Stop or go. Stop or go. And then if this thing is broken, it may stuck on stop. Okay? And no matter what you do, the electricity, the brush is not going to turn. Anyway, guys, I hope that explained it. You know, it's a little long-winded, I know, but it's the way I know how to explain stuff. So, you know. All right? Last thing. This might help somebody. How's this? I know it's going to help somebody. If it's not going to help you, I don't know. But I know this is going to help somebody. So now you have a Dyson, right? And it does this. Okay? Shuts off. It goes, ha, 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 you know. All right? And now watch this. If you do this, I just took out the filter. See? Now if you can do that, the likelihood is it's not the battery. You see that? I just took the filter out. I'm just doing a process of elimination. I just took the filter out, and if I can take the filter out and run it, and it doesn't do that, the battery's probably okay. Okay, the battery is probably still on its way out because it's a rechargeable battery, and that's just what happens, right? You know, that's just what happens. You know, you have power tools. You know what I'm talking about, right? But I think it's something else that's causing it. Okay? I think it's something else that's causing it. All right? Now, the first thing you would check is that what I just did here. Okay? That's the first check. And then you get a new filter if you have it, but you should always have a spare anyway. Got it? I recommend that. And then put it in and try the same thing again. Turn it on and see if it eventually is going to start shutting off, right? So hold on, let me turn it on max. Let me see. All right, then you're gonna, let me put my hand over here a little bit. Okay, so the moment it ran into a little resistance, which is the carpet, because you know when they hit the carpet, they kind of get like a suction cup, you know. The moment it gets resistance, it starts shutting off. Something is going on, right? So let's do this, right? Let's go and find out what's causing this. Okay. We're trying to ask the question why, right? Why is it doing this, right? Okay, so just for the sake of it, I'm going to take this off. But this is new and clean, so this can't be the problem, right? Okay. And so let's open it up. All right. We're going to put press our little button back here and take it off. Get this guy out the way. All right. Then I want to take this guy all the way off right now. Okay. Okay. Now I want you. Let's check something real quick, guys. Okay. Nothing happens, right? Okay. Good. So now, what I'm gonna do, folks, is I want to see what's happening inside of this thing right here. Something tells me that it might be here first. I would rather do this than you go and buy a battery first, and then the same thing happens to you over again. So let's see what's happening inside of here, right? So I'm just gonna kind of put my flathead and I'm gonna run it across. You don't want to be too you don't want to be brutish about this and and force it too much. Okay? Or bruto, right? You don't want to be a bruto, right? Right? So you want to take your time. Okay? And we're going to check this out. And it might be nothing, but I still want to see what's going on first, all right? So this is all the stuff that's in here. Okay? Let me now you see all of this. Okay, that's a lot of grit and stuff. Okay, this don't look that bad, but I'm still gonna dust it off. Okay, but if you can see through it, then you should be fine. But still, I'm already in here, so I'm gonna dust it off. All right, let's get these screws out. These might be. Let me brush the screws off. There's a whole bunch of dirt on this screw. And I'm not going to be able to properly. I'm just going to use a little. See how thick this thing is, though? It's very thick, man. Wow. Now, it might save the price. It might, it might do the trick. But it might be the battery. But it'll be nice that you find out for sure. Because if you buy an official battery, they're about $100 and something. If you buy the knockoffs, you can get them for maybe $40, 60 bucks. It all depends. Some of them might be even $29. I would probably be aware of those guys. Okay, the $29 ones. You might have to get another battery in 6 months. Okay, so here we go. Yes, let's take these out. Okay, man, this one is even smaller. Golly. Yes, but no. Yes, but no. Let me try this other one. Perfect. Okay. let me not mix up these. Well, they're different. I'll just put them here anyway. All right. I'm gonna have to refresh my thing because I don't know if I'm seeing anything. All right, here we go, folks. Let me go see what's happening here. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, man, that robot and I mean, I'll be honest with you, if you know, golly, look at that. Wow, it is caked up. It's caked up like crazy. If I was Lowe's, I probably would do the same thing. If I had the money to do it, guys, and just buy a, I don't know how much that thing costs, 20 grand maybe, and just have it just to go around my store and do inventory or whatever, and give me an analysis of what sells the most and what they should buy, and I don't have to think about that stuff. You think I wouldn't do it, right? For myself? So I can't even blame them, but there is something, you know, that, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, somebody's job is gone and is doing it like in record time. You ever ask Chad a question? Shit's doing it in record time. So, what do you do? Damn, good thing I got my gloves, my Venom Steels. Yay. All right. Look at the rest of this. So, there is a chance that this is the problem, guys. It's still possible that this is the problem, okay? I don't know. But you see what I'm working with, right? It's possible that this is the problem. You know what I'm expecting? You know, when you think something is clogging up a system, you're thinking like some big glob of something. And this is just This is just layers of stuff. Okay, so that's the difference. It may not be glob thing, but it may still have a thing, right? So let me go. Let me see what I got here. See what I got. Let me use a vacuum real quick now that I did all that. I should have had a mask on, really. Damn. Golly. Now, what I was looking for just now, right, is I was trying to make a decision whether I needed to go any further. Because I'm going to tell you why you would do that, okay? Give me a second. All right. Let me tell you why you would do that, okay? If you look in it and you see like carpet fibers, pet hair, jammed up in these holes, you definitely want to go further, okay? You can try to pluck them out, you know, but you definitely would want to go further. So now that we got into this thing, and now listen, just about all the Dysons, the stick, you can do this too. Some of them are slightly different in the way they are set up, but you can get them all the way down, all of them, to this part here, and just work on it and clean it out and stuff like that, because you'd be surprised how many Dysons are messed up because of this. Okay? Golly, again. All right, I forgot this. That's what happened. Let me turn this on while I do this. Give me a second. I don't want the dust to get all over me, so I'm trying to vacuum it as soon as it comes off, you know? There you go. There you go. Suck it all in. We're guys. Wait, guys. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? All right, here we go. Let me refresh this real quick. Give me a second. Let me refresh this real quick. All right. So now, let's see. Okay? Who knows, right? We're gonna see. All right, so I'm gonna put this first. Let's see. Am I doing? Let me see. Am I doing my thing right? Come on. All right. Okay. All right. Then next is this guy. Okay. All right. Sweet. Voila. Fantastic. All right. Okay. Let's put these screws in while we're at it. 1, 2. You know what I was remembering? How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of the Tootsie Pop? And how the owl, he just took the... I mean, he came and asked him, right? And he had the candy right there, right? I always thought the owl was like, damn, owl. And so he asked the owl to do an experiment, and the owl said, okay. 1, 2, and then owl ate the lollipop. And then he said 3, and it's like, clever. Oh my God. But we were a crazy program, man. We were. I mean, commercials were like very effective back then. They probably still are, but like, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we were programmed, bro. Them jingles worked and everything. We're still programmed. All right, so here we go, guys. I'm going to put this back, and I'm going to test this and see what happened, okay? And if it fixed the problem, great. If not, then now we get the battery, okay? All right. Hold on. Wow. Here we go. Now I'm just going to fit this in. Tuck it. Make sure it's all in. Push it down, push it down. Push it down all the way. Make sure it is flush. Come on, buddy. Yep. Make sure it's flush all the way. Okay? Yep, there you go. Make sure everything is in. Yep. 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 There you go, mama. There you go. All right. Okay, looking good. Sweet. Now, let's get, what the hell I put my thing? Let's get this guy here. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let's put our old filter back in. This battery better be charged. Still doing the same thing. Let me take my gloves off. All right. So it looks like we need the battery, guys. Yep. Yeah, we need a battery. Now, to change this battery here, guys, this is really what you're doing. No magic. All right? You're going to take this off. Okay? Get this back off like normal. And just get yourself a Phillips screwdriver. Let's get this guy off also. Press this button. Let's just get him out the way. And you get a Phillips screwdriver. Okay. And you get your little screws out. There's really normally 3 screws. Okay. And then you get your replacement battery. And all you really have to do now, don't go, you know what, to avoid a lot of the returns, if you go on like a place like Amazon or something like that, don't go based on the name that's on the wand. Go based on the battery name, the model name that's on the back of the battery. Okay, so I will be looking for an SV10 Dyson battery, Dyson SV10 battery, like that, not stick battery or something. You know, Dyson stick, Dyson, and sometimes the wand has a different number than the battery. Then most likely those two will still find the same battery, but just keep it simple and look for the battery tag number, model number right here. Okay, and this little section right here, and then stick to that. Okay, so guys, I hope this little show today helped you guys. All right, I hope it did. And if you have any questions, don't forget, leave it on my my website. Okay, or some people contact me through Facebook. I'll be honest, man. And some folks just, you know, they find a way. Guys call the office. Okay, hey, wait, man. Listen, I saw you on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. I need help with this belt, you know, and I walk guys right through stuff, right? No problem, no sweat. Had guys come by the shop, but only come with good intentions. But anyway, thanks a lot, everybody, and enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna go try to mess with this curry goat. Yeah, even if it's lamb, I think we call it curry goat. I think the lamb is just a little bit more tender. I'm gonna knock that out, bro. Listen, I'm mean. I'm mean with some oxtail. I'm okay with jerk chicken. But curry goat, I'm mean. Oxtail, you can't touch me on that. Nobody. Well, maybe some Jamaicans. I can't be messing with them Jamaicans, man. Cats be putting beer and shit, you know. They be hooking it up. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Stay cool. Stay positive. All right. Man. All right, folks. We will see you later.